Did you buy a coffee this morning? Congratulations! You just participated in a legal tradition dating back to the Justinian Code, a cornerstone of Western civilization. The Justinian Code, a collection of Roman laws, underpins modern concepts of contracts and property. When you agree to pay for your latte, you're entering a verbal contract, a principle meticulously defined by Justinian scholars. They organized these concepts into a coherent system that became the go-to manual for building fair societies. Even the idea of innocent until proven guilty has roots in Justinian's principles of evidence and judicial procedure. Let's explore how this all began. To grasp Justinian's Code's impact, we must understand the chaos he inherited. The Roman legal system was a labyrinthine mess, a 1,000-year-old tangle of contradictory decrees and rulings that had accumulated over centuries. Roman law was a 1,000-year-old mess of contradictory decrees and rulings. It was a system that had grown unwieldy and confusing, with laws that often contradicted each other. Lawyers had to sift through mountains of scrolls, making justice slow and inconsistent. The sheer volume of legal texts made it nearly impossible to find relevant laws quickly, leading to delays and frustration. The Western Roman Empire had collapsed, and the Eastern Empire was struggling under outdated laws. The legal system was not just a bureaucratic nightmare, it was a threat to the stability of the state itself. This legal chaos threatened state stability, undermining commerce and encouraging corruption. Merchants and officials alike found it difficult to navigate the legal landscape, leading to widespread inefficiency and graft. Someone needed to clean up this legal attic, and that someone was Justinian. He recognized that a coherent legal system was essential for the empire's survival and prosperity. He aimed to organize a millennium of legal thought into a clear, usable system. This was not just a matter of convenience, it was a fundamental restructuring of Roman law. It was a monumental task requiring immense resources and a determined emperor. Justinian assembled a team of the best legal minds of his time to undertake this Herculean effort. Justinian was that emperor, ready to tackle the challenge. He was driven by a vision of a unified legal system that would bring order and stability to his empire. He saw himself as the true Roman emperor, determined to restore Rome's glory. His ambition was not just to rule, but to leave a lasting legacy. His ambition was to create a unified legal system for a unified empire. This was a bold vision, one that required not just legal expertise, but also political will and determination. This was not just about tidying up, it was a statement of imperial power. By creating a unified legal code, Justinian was asserting his authority and vision for the empire. Justinian was building a legacy in ideas, not just stone and territory. His legal reforms would outlast his reign, shaping the future of law for centuries to come. Who was Justinian? What made him stand out in the annals of history? A workaholic with Roman-sized ambition, he rose from peasant roots to emperor. His journey from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of power is nothing short of extraordinary. His goal was clear and unwavering, to restore the Roman Empire's glory, both territorially and legally. He envisioned a unified empire, strong and just. To achieve this, he launched military campaigns and embarked on a grand legal project. His military endeavors were aimed at reclaiming lost territories, while his legal reforms sought to bring order and justice. Justinian wasn't a lawyer, but an incredible project manager. He had the vision and the drive to see his projects through, no matter the obstacles. He picked the right people, like Tribonian, to lead his legal reform. Tribonian's expertise was crucial in compiling and organizing the laws. This reform was a statement of his empire's legitimacy and his power. It was a bold declaration that the Roman Empire was still a force to be reckoned with. By creating a single code, Justinian declared his empire the rightful successor to Rome. This code would become the foundation of legal systems for centuries to come. His legal project blended ambition, necessity, and a desire for a just society. It was a monumental task that required immense dedication and foresight. Justinian was building a legacy in ideas, not just stone and territory. His reforms were meant to last, to shape the future of his empire and beyond. His energy was legendary, and he was known as the emperor who never slept. His relentless work ethic was both admired and feared. Alongside Empress Theodora, he launched ambitious reforms. Theodora was not just his wife, but his partner in governance, sharing his vision and determination. In 528 CE, he kicked off his grand legal project. This was the beginning of a new era for the Roman legal system. Justinian's Code was to be the ultimate legal authority. It was a comprehensive collection of laws that would govern the empire with fairness and consistency. Justinian needed a team to write 1,000 years of law. He found Tribonian, a brilliant legal expert, to lead the project. Tribonian's team of legal minds tackled the mess of imperial decrees. They edited, updated, and harmonized centuries of laws. The result was the Codex Justinianus, a collection of 4,600 laws. The bigger challenge was the IUS, writings from Rome's greatest jurists. Tribonian's team distilled millions of lines into the digest, a 50-volume work. The digest remains the most important part of the collection. It was a massive cut-and-paste job on a civilizational scale. The final product was a coherent legal system for the empire. Justinian's legal reform was a monumental intellectual achievement. The project blended imperial ambition with a desire for justice. Justinian's Code was a statement of his empire's legitimacy. Justinian's Code, is a four-part legal masterpiece. The is the collection of imperial laws, the foundation of the legal system. The is the intellectual heart, exploring legal reasoning and principles. The is a textbook for beginners, laying out basic legal principles. The are new laws issued after the main project, adapting to new problems. Together, these parts form a complete legal universe. They covered everything from tax law to church rules. They presented reasoning behind laws, defining concepts like justice. They trained new generations of lawyers and administrators. They kept the legal system current with new laws. Justinian's Code was a magnificent intellectual achievement. It provided a universal language and tools for legal thinking. The Code's influence spread across Europe and beyond. Justinian's legal legacy continues to shape modern law. Justinian's legal system was a marvel of its time, a monumental achievement that sought to bring order and clarity to centuries of Roman law. But as with all things in history, the story is far from simple. In the East, the legacy of Justinian endured. His codification remained the foundation of law for the Byzantine Empire, guiding judges and scholars for generations. The principles and texts he compiled continued to shape legal decisions, preserving a sophisticated legal tradition. In the West, however, the collapse of Roman authority during the Dark Ages meant that much of this legal wisdom was forgotten, hidden away in dusty libraries or lost to time. What survived was a patchwork of Roman law, simplified and blended with local Germanic customs, creating a unique but fragmented legal landscape. The original texts of Justinian's Code seem to have vanished for nearly 5 centuries, their wisdom dormant and almost forgotten. But then, in the city of Pisa, a remarkable rediscovery took place, a manuscript that would change everything. This moment of rediscovery coincided with a broader revival across Europe. As towns grew, trade flourished, and a thirst for knowledge returned. The precious manuscript, known as the Littera Florentina, was brought to Bologna, where it became the focus of intense study. Scholars pored over its pages, eager to unlock the secrets of Roman legal thought and apply them to their own world. The University of Bologna soon emerged as the epicenter of this legal renaissance, attracting students and teachers from across Europe. Here, scholars debated, interpreted, and revived the complex reasoning of Roman law, breathing new life into ancient ideas and setting the stage for future legal systems. The rediscovery of Justinian's Code provided a sophisticated legal framework, offering structure and guidance to a rapidly changing society. This revival of Roman law was instrumental in helping Europe move beyond feudalism, paving the way for the emergence of modern states and legal systems. The Great Awakening of Roman law had truly begun, illuminating the path for generations to come. Justinian's project was not just a relic of the past, but a living document, one that would continue to shape legal thought and practice for centuries. The rediscovery of Roman law marked a true turning point in legal history, setting the stage for the modern world. Bologna became a legal hub, spreading Roman law across Europe. Students returned home as legal experts, reforming local laws. Roman law provided a universal language and tools for legal thinking. The Napoleonic Code drew heavily from Justinian's principles. Even in common law countries, Roman concepts influenced legal thought. Justinian's Code went global, shaping legal systems worldwide. His legal legacy continues to influence modern law. In 2025, Justinian's influence is everywhere. Codifying law into comprehensive texts is a Justinianic concept. Legal education and the division of law into public and private spheres are his legacy. Legal language and concepts like corporate personhood have Roman roots. The idea of a rational, coherent legal system is Justinian's gift. Modern law has evolved, but the framework remains. Justinian's team built the operating system for legal thought. Every contract or legal agreement echoes his work. You can't escape Justinian. His code is embedded in modern law. His legacy is a testament to the power of well-organized ideas. The big takeaway? A well-organized idea is a powerful force. Justinian's legal code outlasted his military conquests and buildings. It survived, reawakened, and shaped legal systems worldwide. The story of thee is about the transmission of knowledge. It shows the importance of preserving, organizing, and teaching ideas. The law is a constant process of interpretation and adaptation. Understanding Justinian's Code is about recognizing our legal foundations. Thanks for watching, and join us for more insights into history's impact on today.